I'm unsignable, I gave the streets hope. And I'm close to bread and pap, but can't get them kids both. Ain't it funny how we made a couple million off them notes, but I'm still out in the trenches trying to raise another soul. Can't sign me, I'm unsignable, I gave the streets hope. And I'm close to bread and pap, but can't get them kids both. Ain't it funny how we made a couple million off them notes, but I'm still out in the trenches trying to raise another soul. I got purpose in my veins. When I rap they say I changed. What you think I really gave my last just to stay the same? And I took a couple L's, I had to charge it to the game. That's why I got up off my face, cause I ain't had no one to blame. Face getting bait, I finished barely ain't a great disguise. Last year we really made a killing from them APYs. It's like I can only see clearer when I close my eyes. And for this generation, here's my life, I'll pay the price. Life in black and white, I'm in a grey, see my stripes. Every time I lose my life, I resurrect 1,000 times. And it's war when I'm speaking, cause these words gave me life. I'm just acting out my script to use my heart so we could write. Toss a turn in my apartment, come a billionaire to start with. I remember we were starving, but resolved to feed regardless. And I had so many questions till I realized I'm the answer. Now I'm local for some kettles with my brothers in the garden. Can't sign me, I'm unsignable, I gave the streets hope. And I'm close to bread and pap, but can't get them kids both. Ain't it funny how we made a couple million off them notes, but I'm still out in the trenches trying to raise another soul. Can't sign me, I'm unsignable, I gave the streets hope. And I'm close to bread and pap, but can't get them kids both. Ain't it funny how we made a couple million off them notes, but I'm still out in the trenches trying to raise another soul. Have you ever heard a soul cry? I saw a life cause my bro died, so don't ask if I know Christ. I'm at war with myself and my own mind. I live my life in the future where there's no time. We're sitting on the fence, to multiply was the intent. Hope you don't take no offense, this Lambo truck, it ain't a Benz. Invoices, accountants, my stars paid no allowance. I house kids by the thousands, I work best when I'm doubted. Didn't beg to be created, you can't beg to survive. I know I'm cool, so it only makes sense when it's time. On the phone to my investors, told them give me more time. Can't one seat away before I see another tie. Patriotic, passionate, this boldness ain't arrogance. My rationale's national to death, I ain't panicking. Bottom of the barrel kids to economic savages. God's model nations, conversations ain't average. Can't sign me, I'm unsignable, I gave the streets hope. And I'm close to bread and pap, but can't get them kids both. Ain't it funny how we made a couple million off them notes, but I'm still out in the trenches trying to raise another soul. Can't sign me, I'm unsignable, I gave the streets hope. And I'm close to bread and pap, but can't get them kids both. Ain't it funny how we made a couple million off them notes, but I'm still out in the trenches trying to raise another soul.
Hi, my name is Baby Leah. I'm 22 years old and I'm currently working at Tao Group Hospitality, best known as Hakkasan and Yoacha, as a guest success agent.
I will wait for you. I will wait for you.
So my journey into the city started off quite early. I was actually 16 years old. My teachers told me to go and find work experience. I did not want to go and be a PE teacher like everybody else. So I Googled work experience in London and I found a Dorchester apprenticeship for the summer. And I was one out of 200 applicants to succeed, and only 2 of us came to the end. Fast forward now a few years, I started off in the Shard as just a part-time university job. When I finished university, I went to Hakkasan and I started off as a junior receptionist. In less than a year, I got 3 promotions and I was only 22. Well, actually at the time I was 21. I faced quite a few challenges. One, being so young and having people fighting for the same positions as you that have about 5 to 10 years more experience. So you really have to fight and show that you're talented. But I feel like if you really have your head in the game and you research and become obsessed with what you're doing, anything is possible. So that would be one of the biggest challenges, is being so young. The second thing is keeping your composure and your class regardless of the situations. Without going into too much details, being a young girl in Mayfair and being a young girl in the city can get quite challenging. A lot of things can come about that will really test your patience and test how you carry yourself as a woman. And I feel like that's one of the main things that I really learned how to do, especially with the help of my mentors, to keep myself calm, composed, and classy at all times, regardless of how famous the guest is or how well known the guest is or how the guest will approach me. It's very, very important to stay very classy. My plans for the future is to become the most well-connected person in the whole of London and then eventually around the world. There's a lot of things that I have learned whilst being in Hackerson Mayfair, which I'm going to keep a secret for now. However, a lot of these things do give me access to the city and the city's secrets.
Hello, my name is Jamie Masora. I'm 23 years old. I was born in Zimbabwe and I've got South African and Portuguese heritage. I'm a professional actress and voiceover artist. I got into acting because it was just about storytelling, entertaining people. I've always been like, not the loud kid, but very outgoing, big personality. And what I see it for as now is just changing the world. It's hard because everyone around you can be doing such amazing things and you can be thinking, when is it my time? When is my big break coming? You know, so many of my friends, they're doing Netflix, they're on BBC, you know, a couple people are in the Hunger Games. So it's like, just understanding I'm in the right place, but it's not yet my turn. My experience at the Shakespeare Globe was amazing. The Shakespeare Globe has been around for thousands of years. So many artists have performed there, well-known artists. Any British actor, famous British actor has performed on the Shakespeare Globe. So it was just great to be in a space where, you know, the Titans have been, you know, and to perform in a room with all black women. It was produced by Marwa Theatre Company. To perform on a night with all of them was really, really good and a fulfilling project and great for my first theatre performance since graduating drama school. This year, I just want to do all debuts, TV debut, film debut, theatre debut, that one's already ticked off the list. But I just want to do stories that bring light to the world, bring the truth to light. That's the type of stories I want to do. I want to do meaningful things. I don't just want to pick any job just because it's a check in my bank. I mean, if you're giving me £1 million, we're gonna have to do a bit of PK, we're gonna have to do a bit of prayer to think, should we take it, 1 million, do you know what I mean? But no, I just wanna do meaningful stories. I wanna contribute light to a world that is suffering through my art. That's what I wanna do.
Give us a bit of that.
You'll see me on the stage, you'll see me on the TV. You can never tell an actor do a bit of acting, they won't do it. But yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Shanice Cook. I'm 30 years old and originally from Jamaica. I'm also the owner of 2 businesses, The Lab and Sicily Jewelers. As previously mentioned, I'm the owner of 2 businesses, The Lab, which specializes in custom wigs and various hair services, and Sicily Jewelers, which specializes in luxury watches and custom pieces. Funny thing is, I actually didn't want to do hair. I ended up getting a degree in property management and surveying. Shortly after getting the degree, I applied for a job at Foxtons for surveying. Due to me not having my full residence permit in the UK, there was a short delay. During that delay, I happened to stumble across another hairstylist from America, and I was super inspired by the work that he was doing. I didn't actually want to do it as a career, but I just loved what he was doing, so I thought I'm gonna start making wigs. So I made my first wig and the internet went mad. This was like 2016, 17. During that time, there was only 3 other ladies in the UK doing these type of wigs, which was lace frontal wigs. So I started the first social media page, called it Shay Styles, and years down the line, I'm just making a lot of money. My main challenges are, for the most part, just the people. Finding good staff, loyal staff, hardworking, determined staff is very, very difficult. And you will find that a lot of business owners complain about the very same thing. As a business owner, having a lot of self-determination and just grafting really hard and trying to put your business out there and get your business to a certain level, you need a good team behind you. If you want to grow, you want to franchise, you want to multiply, you want to get another location, whatever it is, you cannot do it on your own. You need the people. Currently, we are in multiple countries, including Dubai, France, Australia. However, where I see the brand going is global. Sweet.
Hi, my name is Lady Joanna and I'm a qualified cosmetologist and an accredited beauty trainer. Initially, I started in the property world as a senior inventory clerk, then moving on to a lettings agent in Mayfair. Took on a few corporate roles. After COVID-19, one of my young ladies at the time asked for an eyebrow treatment, and I started threading and it all kicked off from there. There's been many challenges building a business, especially starting in COVID-19. I've had the Canary Wharf salon, which was closed at the time as there was many businesses working with me and a lot of people walking in through our doors. The Penthouse branch, also in London, was closed down due to so many people coming in through our doors and concierge continuously reporting due to high level amounts of people coming in to the salon. as an entrepreneur, that can be something that you would say is off-putting. I personally believe that after the closing of 2 salons, I kept on pushing myself to greater heights and then thought about the opportunity of partnering with different salons, clinics around London. In terms of achievements, I'll definitely say that the opportunity to mentor, help and guide different women in Africa, Colombia and London, also training them in different services that I've learnt throughout the years, has been my greatest accomplishment. In the next 5 years, I definitely believe that Lady Jo London will be reaching many more countries, finding innovative ways of performing treatments and providing training. For me, I definitely believe that I will be called upon to change legislations, rules and regulations in the beauty world.
Bricks, letter to the streets, from Brixton to here. Let's go.
They ask me how I'm doing, I say okay, but ain't nobody else say. Sometimes I sit and think about the old days. All the pain and all the pressure made my heart change. They ask me how I'm doing, I say okay, yeah. Oh, say,
Yeah, listen, look, this is my letter to you, bro. You know that I miss you. You know I had your back anytime you had an issue. I stood in front of the gun when them niggas back their pistol. I did it all for you, little bro, cause they tried to dish you. And I didn't want to get a phone call hearing that they pissed you. I taught you how to use the blade whenever you're in issues, but I wish that I didn't. Cause now you're doing 21 years for a crime, and I know you never did it. Man, I feel so shit, man, I feel so bad. I feel so guilty, no lie, no cap. I got pain in my heart and that's the reason I rap. My little bro got life and he can never come back. So F the roads and F the ends, cause nothing good came from here. My best friend stabbed my best friend and he didn't care, my heart's turned cold. Couldn't even shed a tear, even though I went to church, I couldn't even say a prayer.
They ask me how I'm doing, I say okay, yeah. But ain't no what they all say. Sometimes I sit and think about the old days. All the pain and all the pressure
made my heart change.
They ask me how I'm doing,
I say okay.
But ain't no what they all say. Sometimes I sit and think about the old days. All the pain and all the pressure.
Look, you see my life's real stories and real facts. So many things I can't mention, all my niggas getting wrapped. I was sitting in the trap, hoping I don't get back. And if I did, that's 3 years before I come back. I was at the front line, then I got stabbed up in my back. Cause if you love me, then I love you, I will always have your back. I will always be the older brother that you never had. When the judge gave you 21, I saw this guy mad, I saw this guy crazy. Cause I know that you're innocent, so I don't really care what they say, it won't faze me. Imagine if I never changed, imagine if you don't. How many youngsters will they still be banging on the roads? How many youngsters will I still have up in Conch with the boat and the pirates trying to whip it? You know how it goes. But let me end it here, I really think I've said it all. I hope that I can see you soon. This is my letter to you. Yeah. Oh, say. By the old days, it might be hard change. I say okay. Yeah. By the old days, made my heart change. I say okay. Oh, say. By the old days, all the pain and all the pressure made my heart change. Okay. Yeah. By the old days.
Okay.
I'm a cybersecurity consultant.
Hi, my name's Vivian. My name's Cole. I just attended Nolan's Tech Event.
Really good event, really good event to get in touch with youngins and see what they're looking to get into.
Informative, and I have met some people to talk to in the future. I'm interested in doing cybersecurity, so I'm excited to know what my next steps will be and what directions I can go to get into it. Currently a sports therapist, and I'm looking to transition into tech job, probably cybersecurity, because it sounds really interesting and it's really cool.
One key thing that stood out for me is a lot of fresh women coming into tech. For the time, all the women I've met, probably 3. So it's nice to see the young ones coming in.
It's know what I can do in the future.
Hi, my name is Goldmxn and I'm 26. I've been with the nation for 5 years and I'm from the Pulse family and House of Medics, to be precise, which I help with tech and media. I'm also the Global Security Operations Engineer for Universal Music and all other major labels owned by them, which include Def Jam, Interscope, and many others. So what I do is during UK business hours, I oversee cybersecurity operations globally for all these labels. I want to say success to the Pulse, success to PT and all those who help you. Thank you.
We at Nightfield International have commissioned the company for all companies and social enterprises across the UK and Europe.
We take businesses who are startup and we work with them to build them up. We want to make you make money. So what we actually do is just take your business and say, where are you right now at this stage? And where do you want to see yourself within 6 months? You're not necessarily giving it to us as a whole, but we're working with you to help you attain the goals that you want to do with our resources. So all these companies that we have, 140, you can imagine the relationships that we have. So we're able to actually work with them and get you certain discounts, deals, and different partnerships to work with you to actually improve and enhance your business as a whole.
Hello, my name is Amelia. I'm in the Love House and I'm 23 years old. I came to the nation when I was 19, so I've been in the nation for 4 years now. In my spare time, I like to build apps. For example, I built the Wild app, which was a really fun experience. I studied molecular biomedical engineering at Imperial College London as a master's in engineering, and in October I'll be going back to do my PhD. So my PhD will be centered around using sonogenetics to alter perception. So perception is the way that our brains interpret the information that we take in, be it what we see, what we hear, or what we touch. So that's what perception is. And sonogenetics is a field of research where genetically modified neurons are either excited or inhibited using focused ultrasound, which means that we can either excite or inhibit a certain neural pathway using this focused ultrasound. And in essence, we can control what a person does, make them stand up or sit down, control what they see, control what they hear, and that's what my PhD will be centered around. So success to Pulse, success to PT, and those who help you.
In 2 or 3 days time, like that is which is like tomorrow. 500,000. No, you got to negotiate a bit more. My days are like so insane. It's at 25 bottles of Cristal, 13,000.
5 palms, quick flex, pick fur.
Thank you so much, chef. You guys are doing a great job.
I'm my interest.
I'm from Nottingham. I literally came to London with £40. Just opened a luxury clinic right in the heart of central London.
Young and I'm doing up litness.
We've got a lot of business acumen, we're all entrepreneurial.
Balenci or the Air Ones, and Mary stepping or the Jordans. Found a little in Zara. I swear the shit.
Young girls, the next generation of female leaders, they need to see more women that look like them.
Screaming, I fuck these haters. Drip check, big biz. Big check.
I run a food bank initiative that feeds hundreds and thousands of families all across the world.
5 palms, quick flex, pick fur, dipset, ROI my interest. Switching up lanes, I swerve to the next. Yeah, dodging no calls, I'm blocking my ex. Yeah, if you want my time, I need me a check. Yeah, my time is money, my nigga. I'm talking Rolex, baguettes. Philippe.
Scared money don't make no money.
My broskies days come in the fire. Don't try us.
My name is Amelia, the smart one. So I'm going to start my PhD very soon. It'll be in artificial intelligence. Yeah, great. Well, first I was going to say thank you
My main focus is to make sure that any person that is truly in need, let's say of food or essentials, I make sure I provide that for them.
No problem, my rappers advance, let's put in an offering. Don't think, cause you can't see me, I'm not making moves, I'm alive and active. Our sons bit the hands that fed them when they kill me.
Do you know what it is? I want to do it so bad to tell you.
Yeah. It's tiny though. What is your business with opening your mouth and telling her that there's another place that is possibly nice?
That's not what I said. I said,
What did you say?
do you manage this property?
Tell me who ain't. I linked to the bros and kicked up a fuss. And
I was like, how did you get so fat? Like, honey, what's up?
These boys get gas from going out shopping. $1 million a month ain't a problem, my rappers advance, let's put in an offering. My broski stays calm and defiant. Don't try us, and don't be fooled by the silence. One phone call and the whole gang's firing. These boys get gas from going out shopping. $1 million a month ain't a problem, my rappers advance, let's put
But because of the way that you love me, I know you're my God for real. I lost in my wins, yeah, I know you're my God for real. You forgive all the things I do that is wrong, you're my God for real. If anything is misconstrued, yeah, I know you're my God for real. Oh, because of the way that you love me, I know you're my God for real. My loss in my wins, yeah, I know you're my God for real. You forgive all the things that I do that is wrong, you're my God for real. If anything is misconstrued, because of the way that you love me, I know you're my God for real. My loss of my wings, yeah, I know you're my God for real. You forgive all the things I do that is wrong, you're my God for real. If anything is misconstrued, yeah, I know you're my God for real. Oh, because of the way that you love me, I know you're my God for real. My loss of my wings, yeah, I know you're my God for real. You forgive all the things that I do that is wrong, you're my God for real. If anything is misconstrued, yeah, I know you're my God for real. It came from a good heart, but I didn't know who I was, baby. Just a young baby daddy trying to pay the debts I owe to those babies, and you're my baby as well. That's why I give you myself, putting my pride on the shelf. Ain't seen you since I 12, not blaming you, blaming myself. I'm talking about the weed smoke. Services on, I'm in Heathrow. Literally, I'm on the streets, bro. Rebelling against what I need, yo. I took substances to lean on. When you switch out the Adam you breathed on. I lived in the Garden of Eden. When I patterned you, Kevin and Steve on. Periscope with a cheese blunt. At the Riverside, headphones on, noise cancellation with my cheese. I love my guys, there's some real galley that I speak for. I had to lead them, they didn't understand that I'm the savior. Unless I do this, hey, I know I've been taking my time, my God. You put your whole life on the line, my God. Through all the wrong and the right, my God. And I said that I make it in time, my God. I know that I see that's a mind, my God. No man is the code of this kind, my God. I know that my God is divine, my God. Keep pushing me high, my God. I know you're still watching my lives, my God. Don't need your comments and likes, my God. I hear and I know that we aight, my God. I just know that you're coming to spy, my God. This is the way that it's got to be. I'm taking the pressure right off of me. I live by the faith that's a portion me until God makes a united storm with me. Whoa, and because of the way that you love me, I know you're my God for real. My loss of my wings, yeah, I know you're my God for real. You forgive all the things I do that is wrong, you're my God for real. Anything is misconstrued, yeah, I know you're my God for real. Oh, because of the way that you love me, I know you're my God for real. Hey. My loss of my wings, yeah, I know you're my God for real. You forgive all the things I do that is wrong, you're my God for real. If anything is misconstrued, yeah, I know you're my God for real. Cause you do what you say, I wanna give you praise. I don't even have to pray, you come through for me every day. Anytime I saw no way, I took a look at your face. Look at how far we came, I wanna give you praise. Hey. I tell you I love you today. Tomorrow I tell you you're tapped. It's because of the things that you say. It's got me all webbed in a trap. If I was gonna run away, I know you'd be there where I ran. There isn't no hiding from you. You keep your angels by my side, my God. You raise my life all the time, my God. But you big me up to every eye don't watch, but it piss you off whenever I piss off. You switch it up whenever I switch up, but you like me chilling with the guys and stuff. You bat me out for all the pride I got, so I give it up, I give you all my love. Hey. You give me the best vibe when you feel that you're giving me negative energy, or you just get a little face, and then a brother can see what you really be telling me. Is it the white or the rose gold? No, it don't matter now, it can have everything. You would do it for me too. Whoa, say, oh, because of the way that you love me, I know you're my God for real. My loss of my wings, yeah, I know you're my God for real. Forgive all the things that I do that is wrong, you're my God for real. If anything is misconstrued, yeah, I know you're my God for real. Oh, because of the way that you love me, I know you're my God for real. My loss of my wings, yeah, I know you're my God for real. You forgive all the things that I do that is wrong, you're my God for real. If anything is misconstrued, yeah, I know you're my God for real. I know you're my God for real. My loss of my wings, yeah, know you're my God for real. You forgive all the things I do that is wrong, you're my God for real. If anything is misconstrued, yeah, I know you're my God for real. Oh, because of the way that you love me, I know you're my God for real. My loss of my wings, yeah, I know you're my God for real. You forgive all the things I do is wrong, my God for real. If anything is misconstrued, yeah, I know you're my God for real.
Kilburn, Northwest London. Sadly, a place where not many people become anything. I joined the Nation at the age of 16, and through the Nation, I was connected to the Limitless family, one of the 4 families that was birthed from the Pulse family. Being in the family has been instrumental to my growth, not just as a person, but in general. Currently, I work as an IT analyst/engineer, and I'm actively studying for my CompTIA Security Plus exam, which will allow me to delve deeper into my passion for cybersecurity. Serving in the media department for 4 years has allowed me to sustain commitment and consistency in this field also. And on that note, I would like to wish success to the Pulse, success to PT, and to all those who help you. Thank you.
Mask off, so you can see our features. Our parents couldn't afford much, so we had limits in our reaping. Lived in barbershops where uncles became politicians. But all our houses had in common was the poverty we were seeing. But it brought us closer. It was family first. We went from knockdown ginger to selling rocks and revolvers. We were playing ball, we had shooters in cages. Couple years later, these shooters were still behind bars. Guess they failed to test their ranges. But they labeled us a gang, and we put each other on. Have you ever had a limit to your lack? Half our fathers never showed up, so we were cancelled by our flats. But I can't be defined by my surrounding. L's up, treasures where my heart is. First class, that's the degree of my accountant.
Hi, my name is James Musa. I'm 24 years old. I've been in the Nation for about 5 years now, going on to 6. With the help of the Nation, I was able to enroll into university, complete my university degree, as well as that I was able to then go on to complete several different qualifications within IT, such as ITEL, CompTIA A+, and many more. I've also gone on to work for top corporate banks such as UBS, HSBC, and many more. Currently, right now, I'm a senior IT engineer at one of the leading banks within South America. Success to Pulse, success to PT, and to those who help you. Thank you.
My name is Charlotte Lamb and I'm so proud to be an ELC ambassador. Just for a bit of context, for my undergraduate degree I studied history and French for the year abroad at King's College London. I then did a law conversion at BPP University and now I'm doing my accelerated legal practice course at the University of Law. At the end of August I'm going to start working as a trainee solicitor at Clifford Chance in London and I'm so excited.
Hi everyone, my name is Paul Césaire and I study technology and policy as well as computer science at MIT in Cambridge, Massachusetts. and I am very proud to be an ELC ambassador. If you have any question for me, please feel free to get in touch, and I would love to assist you with anything.
Hi, my name is Young Lo, and I did my undergrad in Human, Social and Political Sciences, specialising in social anthropology at Cambridge, and I'm currently finishing a master's programme in digital anthropology at UCL. I'm proud to be an ELC ambassador.
Hey, yeah, oh, 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 oh. Have you been tried through the fire, through the fire? Have you been tried?
We were born in a fire, made in a fire. I was born out of purpose. Every single adversity, every obstacle that came and stood in our face, we overcame them. Yeah, so if you don't know, this is why we do what we do. Let's go. Yo, look, more than tried in a fire, I thrive. I befriended my demons, now I'm one of their guys. Wish that you could see life from these eyes. Lost contact from staring through a lens that weren't mine. My focus offensive, find a fire exit, I'm on fire. Deficit, not on my account like a hot wire. And there's pain from our past prior. Contended that we sold living stones, no choir. We made wealth out of lack. I think Judas was black car. We're the only race that hates our teachers. Funny how we had to follow just to find leaders. We had dreams of being messy, car parents were cleaners. And Jesus turned water to wine, but bread turned pain into triumph. Through the fire we climbed. I don't need God to show me a sign. I fell asleep in the fire till he gave me life.
And everybody's looking for me, I'm just finding myself. It feels like every day's a fight and I'm the guy with a belt. And I ain't met a battle yet that I ain't won. Can't you tell I've got the aura of a champ? When I was born it rang the bell. Born in the trenches, I'm used to fire. United we stand, but I'm more sure than Maguire. I'm doing what the doers, I got love to try, but I'm just tired of these rappers, I'm the guy that require. Round here, no limits, no gimmicks, more spirit. Cause he rolls at the mud, but the norm is no dinners. I just met the one till all I see is me. And I just hope that he listens when he hears me speak. Tested and tried, I've had dents in my pride. There was times when I never had no bread for time. And when I saw Pete, all I saw was me. And he spoke and he showed me who I could be.
When the glory comes, it'll be ours, it'll be ours. Oh, one day, when the war is won, it'll be ours, it'll be ours. One day, yeah, yeah. Oh, when the glory comes, it'll be ours, it'll be ours. Oh, one day, when the war is won, it'll be ours, it'll be ours.
Tried and tested, heavily invested, 20 times arrested, one day 2 attempted murders. Hell was a curse and a blessing, 2 different perspectives, one led to another. I can tell you about life in a prison cell, or I can tell you about the times I didn't get bail. My friend killed my friend and put my mind in a different world. I lost friends to the fire, so I witnessed, so I rose from all of the dirt my past threw on me. There's people who still wanna drill who I used to be. From a boy to a man, man to a god. From the block to the family, I beat the odds. Tried by fire, this heart beats to inspire. Hope were required and the fire I was made. I brought that to zero just to see it from the one. Clean heart, dirty hands, already came from the mud, this road.
One love to the nation, one love to the guys. One love to everybody out here fighting to survive. I took a few losses, but thank God that I tried. I got back up the next day and went back on my grind. I remember being 13, trying to build a line. Now I see the streets at 30, trying to build up a line. I ain't telling no lies. I've seen the future many times, I told you what it's like. See the family at the top and the limit in the sky. But I didn't realize I had to be refined. I was going through the fire, it wasn't my desire. I remember when I first had Zanaya. I just hope when you grow up you're inspired. God, Daddy went to war anytime he was required. If I say I was never afraid, then I'm a liar. I'm a soldier in the field, I got many scars to prove. You can love me or hate me, but you can't deny the truth.
Good afternoon, good afternoon. Welcome to today's installment from the Nation family through the Pulse family. Let me just see your greetings this afternoon, guys. You're joined here with myself, P.O. of the Pulse family, senior pastor, one of the senior pastors of this amazing, beautiful, dear nation of ours, and of course the family head of the Pulse, also known as the Heartbeat. I'm joined today with my co-host, PK, Pastor Kevin.
Good afternoon, boss. Good afternoon.
What's happening?
What's happening? You tell me.
Okay, so let me just see your greetings stream through. Let me just have the greetings on the screen, guys. Let me just see whoever is logged in this afternoon. Let's have a little bit of fun, but also let's get into some words. We're still going to have some words today, guys. Of course, it's just my duty today for us to have a chat, and I'm sure you've enjoyed the program so far. I am in the Inspire HQ with an amazing live studio audience. Studio, you with me? Wow. Look at that. I love it. You 100% heard that. Of course, most of your most favorite leaders within the Heartbeat are here with me. Of course, I'll just mention a few of them. I'm here joined with Pastor Mariam of the Industrial House. The Love House is here. I can't see the messages yet on the screen. If you can help me with those messages on the screen so that I can greet some people personally also. I'm also joined here today with Pastor Dr. Emma of the House of Medics this afternoon. Yes. And there are a few houses within the Pulse that you might not know of because sometimes I don't have the opportunity to introduce them. So today I'm going to do that. Of course, House of Commerce is here. That's Pastor Zahir. I call her Pastor Zahir because that's Pastor Aziza here in the building. Of course, I'm here also with the Kingdom Castle, aka the Kingdom Lounge. Pastor Kimmy Striker, of course, is here. Let me see these comments, guys. Come on, man. Damn.
So why is it called the Kingdom Lounge? People want to know. I just see a question there.
Well, they're known as the Kingdom Lounge because of their way of entertaining. They have a kingdom style of entertaining us.
Very true.
Okay, PK, maybe you can do some of the greetings also.
Okay. Tamara, I see you. Good afternoon. I see you, Abby. Thomas, didn't Thomas look so fine in that video?
Thomas is getting lighter, I'm telling you guys. He stopped using the Vaseline and he switched over to Dove, and his skin is being... What did he say? He's using SPF.
SPF.
Which SPF are you on, bro?
So he's getting...
50! We're not in Dubai.
What's it supposed to be?
I think 50 is like the highest, Dr. Emma. That's the right one for him. She says the higher the better for Thomas because he's just too black for this.
Thomas, just WhatsApp me the ingredients that you're using, please. I'd like to use it. Who's too smooth? Good afternoon, Pio and
Too smooth. That's Reggie, I believe.
Oh, what's up, Reggie?
Shout out to you, Reggie. Good to see you on the scope this afternoon. Some more people joined with us here at the studio. Of course, my favorite person, House of Wellness, that helps me with the greetings every Saturday. Pastor Dr. Eben, I'll call her, is here today. Dr. Eben. It wasn't much of a challenge for her to be here. She's just 4 minutes down the road.
Hey, Alex said Carolite, you know. Carolite is a dangerous substance.
What is Carolite? What's that?
I don't know what it is. But what is it?
Is that a cream?
Yeah, it's a bleaching cream.
It's bleaching. It makes you lighter.
It makes you lighter, yeah. A lot of people are guilty.
Thomas, what are you saying? Don't feel sorry for Thomas, all right? Because I know some of you are like, oh yeah, P.O.'s coming on to this young man. He's such a good young man. Listen, if you see how Thomas moves on Limitless Nights, do you guys know about Limitless Nights? Thomas is a gallus.
Really? Really?
Do you see the reaction?
Really? Wow.
Every Limitless Night, there's always one babe putting their head on his shoulder.
Really?
And we know he's not counseling them with scriptures. But of course, let me just do some more of the greetings. It's a pleasure to have you all on. It's an absolute pleasure. I can see some of your greetings streaming through. Pastor Ayo, the only man that can make me look smooth on a camera, on pictures. Great to have you on, sir. Of course, I can see you, Pastor Toya C, Love House. Is that Love House 1 or Love House 2? Let me know where you're streaming in from, please.
We got Shantae locked in from Gold House. Shout out to all the houses as well that's locked in. Is it not Shantae, no?
Shante.
It's Shantae, no, it doesn't say Shoni.
Don't worry, that's her name in the Congolese translation.
Oh,
maybe.
Okay. Shoni.
Shawnee, we call her Shawnee. Shawnee, of course, if you're tuned in and you don't know who Shawnee is, that is the connoisseur of mixology. She is a perfect mixologist, and there's nothing she mixes that you can't drink. You love it. You love her stuff. Great to have you on, Mason. Great to have you on, obviously, representing the Gold House, I'm sure. And if Sam is on as well, it's a pleasure to invite you to today's Sunday service on behalf of the Nation family, streamed through Pulse TV. PK, any more greetings? Who else is in the studio?
No, I was just about to ask who Mason is, but you done a good job of clearing things up. What's up, Mason? Hope you're good. Who's Margaret Patrice Alexis? Come on, you guys, come with your proper name so we know how to address.
Come with your government name.
Exactly, now. Huh? Okay, Pastor Toyosi Jiwa. Is it Jiwa or Giwa?
Pastor Toyosi Giwa is online 100%. I did say, is that Love House 1 or 2? Please let me know if that's Love House 1 or 2. Again, like I said, I'm here at the Inspire HQ. Pastor Faye's here, Hope Dealers. Pastor Faye's here. A lot of people say they're not sure if he's a hope dealer or a security warden.
Is it Faye Dada?
Huh?
They call him Faye Dada.
Faye Dada of the Inspire HQ. He's here, one of your favorite hope dealers. Let me tell you something. If you know about hope dealers, if you're a hardcore fan like myself, you remember Faye's lyrics are always so brutal, so nasty, so brutal, hard, so wicked. And I'm actually a fan of Pastor Faye's lyrics in the Hope Dealers.
He's one of my favorites.
Hopefully he'll make a comeback this year. We're going to chat to the manager, Pastor Alex, to see if he can free up some studio time for the young man and get him back on his game. Ain't that right?
Yes, that's right.
Anyone else, PK?
King David. Who's King David?
King David. Good to have you on, King David.
David Lemedo, what's happening, bro? Hope you're good. How are you? We don't know who's who. King David. How am I supposed to know that that's David?
True. Exactly. I think maybe because I greet people a lot of the time when I'm on, I have a feeling whose handles what. You never guess who's in the studio today with me, guys. You never guess who. Yeah. One of your favorite Livingstone singers. One of your favorites. She just wants you to draw all the time. She just wants you to draw forth your vision.
I think on
Do you remember Croydon? Croydon Hotel. Do you remember when we were just all drawing in a circle, just drinking it all up?
I can't
You see that day, you actually felt that them times, yeah, you see if you don't do the draw thing, you actually felt like you weren't going to get blessed.
Like you didn't go service. If we didn't hear that track.
One of your most favorite Livingstone artists is here. That is Pastor Nini Ola Scotland. Scotland. The darkest humor in the whole of the heartbeat. If you've ever had an opportunity to have a chat with this young lady, dark humor. Don't worry, she's not insulting you. She doesn't hate you. She loves you, and she's a delicate flower, and her feelings can be hurt also. Apparently,
delicate flower does not describe Pastor Nini. She's a rough flower.
Of course, here at the Inspire HQ, also want to extend greetings to senior pastor of the second generation, the leader of the second generation. That's Pastor Alex Kenlock, aka Bread, aka Hovis, aka that Kingsmill. Pastor Pack. He's here in the studio as well. So if you actually have any questions or anything you'd like to ask these guys, that's the reason why me and PK are doing the introductions. You can hit up the team or you can just message straight through on the YouTube this afternoon. PK, anyone else you want to shout out to?
I think the screen's actually frozen because I've seen the same names for a while. So please, if you can help us fix it. Seth, big up Sephora.
Okay, 100%. How can we forget? It was a very special person's birthday on the 6th of this month, and that is Seth Pink London, Pastor Sephora Pink London. We warned her not to be in the studio today because we had a feeling she was going to dress a little bit too risque. And Andre would have been healed of his... Andre would have... Okay, let's move on from that introduction. But we did say to her, listen, Seth, we're going to miss you today, but you can only come if you come dressed like Bishop someone. Okay, am I going too dark now?
No, you're not going dark. You're fine.
It is Saturday afternoon. Let's continue. I want to give a big shout out in the studio to the leader of the Life Givers Authority or Authoritum, or what do you call you guys? Department? Pastor Stephen Rose, aka Scums.
Scums, that's his name.
Him and PK go all the way back.
Yes.
Talk to us, PK. Come on, man.
His name's Scums for a reason. He was a scumbag. He was an absolute scumbag.
Really?
Yes.
As nice as this man is.
No, he's not nice. It's what he shows you.
Wow.
Yes.
Of course, if you've been following the Heartbeat story and the Heartbeat family since the start of the year, you know that Pastor Stephen got married during Wild in March.
He's a different man.
He's a different man. He's not scummy no more. He's now known as Rose. Ain't it, Rose?
S. Rose.
S. Rose.
Please, I know Kishi will be angry at you if you don't mention her birthday, so...
100%. We're going to get to the Don Kishi herself. But there's a few more people at the studio. Of course, I want to give a shout out to Nana Goldmxn. Thank you for that inspiring story from Nana. I hope you
every Sunday, Nana just looks different, you know.
I'm telling you. And I have some stories of Nana. We'll get into that later on. He wasn't always as nicely scrubbed up as you see him these days. So it's important that in this discussion called Vision, we can talk about where we've come from and where we're going. Is that fair?
Yeah.
No, we shouldn't talk about where we come from. Come on, man.
No, we have to go.
You just don't trust me talking about where we've come from. Oh, come on, Nini. I thought we'd moved past this by now. Of course, some of the Love House 2 leaders are in the studio. What? Love House 2. Those that bring media trouble to the nation family.
Oh my God. This is uncensored, right?
The strongest, these guys, just sit down, they twiddle their thumbs and they say, it's too peaceful right now in the nation. Who can we disturb. The rats. the 4B rats.
The rats.
Yeah, so if you're following Nation News, we are in a full-scale military action war against the 4B rats. But please do your best to keep up with that warfare through Pastor Toby's Instagram.
Did you see his post today?
Huh?
Did you see his post today?
I saw his post today, but you have to be on his Instagram. So if you're tuned in right now, make sure you're following Pastor Toby's Instagram.
Yeah.
You will have a great time because he's on it. He's on it right now. But as I'm saying that, big up to Pastor Phaedra, Chief Editor of the W Magazine.
Big up the editor.
And also big up Pastor Anais, Love House 2 leader. Okay, PK, what else? Who else we want to greet?
I just want to add that I'm better at speaking French than Anais. Every single time there needs to be an announcement or something, I don't know why they call Anais and not me.
But PK, when I went Paris and I called you for French help, well, anyway, go ahead, go on.
No, in Paris, I done my thing.
No, you did. You did. You did.
I done my thing, no?
You did. But you told me one word that was like a swear word, and I was saying it to the guy for cab. I was trying to stop a cab based on a swear word. How? How do you do that? I can't even remember the word, but whatever I was saying, everyone just got pissed off.
We got to every destination. Just put it that way. We got to every single destination.
I did though. Okay, welcome to today's installment. Of course, this Sunday is going to be absolutely amazing. It's with the Pulse TV. I can see all your greetings. I can see you, Tamara. I can see you, Luke. Of course, Maddie. It's great to have you on. But just before we get into the proceedings of today, of course, my name is Pastor Onyi, and I'm the family head for the Heartbeat, and I'm joined here with Pastor Kevin, who is family head for the Inspire family. Okay, yeah, I hear your people.
Thank you.
But seeing as we're speaking about vision today, it's not going to hurt for us to use a scripture, no?
As long as you use the scripture.
This vibe ain't scripture or what?
No. As long as you read the scripture.
Okay, fine. Please just set the scripture for the afternoon on there for me, please. Yes. Let's have the scripture of the afternoon on for everyone to tune in with. Kerry, good afternoon, Kerry. Awesome, pleasure to have you on. Okay, so I believe I'm reading from the Voice translation. Is that right? Is that the Voice translation? Where it says, where there is no vision from God, the people do what? Run wild. But those who adhere to God's instruction know genuine happiness. I'd just like you guys to just burn into your minds this afternoon as we start talking, have a bit of fun. Just that first the first sentence, which is, where there is no vision from God, the people run wild. Okay? We'll stick on that. But I'd like to ask PK, tell us a little bit about you, where you've come from, your journey, how you came into the Nation family.
So first of all, my name is Pastor Kevin PK. Those of you that know me before the Nation would have known me as CK. And CK just means courageous Kevin.
I don't think so. Something tells me it's not courageous.
CK stands for courageous Kevin.
What does CK mean? Pez, what does CK? Crazy Kevin.
What do you think that I'm crazy, sir?
Yes. It is quite arguable that maybe we should continue to call you CK, Pastor CK.
God forbid.
Oh, come on.
I will not accept it. As I was saying, courageous Kevin. I come from, I'm joking, crazy Kev. Straight out of Beckton, East London, Newham. One of the worst places to live in East London. And myself and Pastor Stephen were in a gang called the Beckton Boys. We had so many.
Was that the name of the gang?
No, we had so many names. So there was Beckton Boys, there were African Devils.
Devils?
Yeah, sorry. There was Young Thugs.
Why are you waiting till this podcast to tell me these things?
Young Thugs, Black Squad. What else?
Stephen, you were part of African Devils.
No, but that was he was younger then.
He was the youngest squad.
African Devils are older.
Okay.
Then there was Black Squad.
Okay.
And then HTM.
What does HTM? ATM.
HTM. That was Stephen's set.
Okay, what does HDM
It just meant harder than most.
Harder than most?
Yeah.
Right.
HDM. So the difference is with Beckton is we were like, well, I was one of the first generations.
Okay.
Yeah. And me and Steve.
So which one were you in? African Devils or HTM?
So I was, and there was ESF as well. Remember ESF was East Side Family.
If you see Pastor Kim, she's like, oh yeah. I was in ESF, the ladies version, ladies camp.
Kim will definitely know.
Kim was like, I was in the ladies camp.
Kim will definitely know ESF. So I was in ESF.
ESF. What does ESF mean?
East Side Family. It was just East Side Family.
Oh, that one sounds like a fellowship.
I like it.
But it wasn't
East
a
Side
fellowship.
Family.
Okay, East Side.
Yeah, that's how it was actually ESF.
So you guys brought East Side back.
I'm telling you. It was actually
So this was all a conspiracy. PK. Anyway, let's build into this whole thing.
So ESF was the main gang in Beckton. That was all the olders. That was myself and a few others.
Okay.
And S-Rose, they were younger. So they were like HTM and Black Squad. Okay. But we were all together, but group. Separate at the same time. Yeah.
Right.
So grew up in Beckton. Listen, we terrorized a lot of people.
How old were you at the time when you joined the gang?
At the time when I joined, when I fully was active in the gang, I would have been around 13, 14. That's fully active.
You were 14, active gang member.
Fully active gang member.
Can I tell you what I was doing at 14?
Go on.
Well, I was in school, guys. I was reading and
I was
doing
in school
my
as
homework.
well, you know. I was in school as well. You know, they always try to force this narrative like Pastor Kevin never went to school. I went to school, guys.
I'm not going to lie. Should I tell you what your childhood looks like to me?
Go on.
I feel like you were, from the day you were wearing nappies, you were jumping on the bus, terrorizing people. You've your Oyster card and your nappies on, just doing your thing like a proper hood ghetto child. That's my thought.
No, but from a young age, I was a rebel though. Very naughty young man.
Right.
From young. But I did go to school. I finished secondary school, guys. Don't clap for
Round
me.
of applause for finishing secondary school.
It's not an achievement to finish secondary school.
Well, you're educated to a degree, so.
That's true. Then I finished college.
Wow, you did college as well?
Yes, I finished college.
What was the name of your college?
I finished college in prison.
Okay. Disclaimer, but you still finished.
Yeah, I still finished.
Round of applause for finishing college, guys. If you see Dr. Emma's round of applause for that, she's like, I've got like 5 degrees. Catch up, boy. Okay, but before we get into Pastor Kevin's story, I'm sure you guys are proper itching for that. Let's just take a short break and then we'll be back. The whole team, the whole studio will be back. But just wanted to give you a little glimpse, a little introduction. Hosting you this afternoon. I'm sure you're enjoying the program so far. Please stay tuned with us. Don't go anywhere. Love you guys. See you soon.
Yeah. Cutting on that motorway. All that open drive, just give my mind some open space. From me sitting analysing all my chosen ways. All that waste of time was a bunch of stolen grace that the devil took. And all them souls that we saved got the devil shook. I know sometime in the future they write hella books about the family, how we put men on their feet and we gave ourselves a better look. It's chase on the beat, I'ma kill it. Run up on me wrong, we flippy like a skillet. My young boy down to fry him like a fillet, but he don't chef no more, he's in suits far filling. I'm way too smooth with it. Louis V buttons and the shoes with it. Trousers pressed to the seam and it's in between the details and I sit right on the kicks, I'm too shrewd with it. The info ain't facts, there's no truth in it. And that ain't pudding, there's no proof in it. How you creaming from the crop, there's no scoop in it. They live your life on a noose in it, you probably wouldn't know. There's a rope around your neck but you can lose the whole. But you'd rather be a puppet than to move the rope. You're gonna play it safe until one day you lose control. And if you get a chance to run, you better Usain Bolt. Back to the flex, I live up in the sticks, where they call you by your surname and no little miss. And I can say what I want, I got a little biz. Up in the streets, touch me, then get deceased. Nah, I'm lying, I just said that cause it rhyme. See these cars that we drive, that's a day in your life. We take risks and multiply, don't think about the other side. I only know to get it right. Positive type of guy, my bro 9. Hopped on attempts, instrumental and killed the rhyme. Told bro tag me and let me give them a piece of mind. Holy flows, motion like a rowing boat. Roll the dice and then we add to the portfolio. You got the right intel, then what you want is yours. And if you're well informed, then you get well beyond them doors. Get you a seat at the table, forget about being stable. The right funds can make the cane able. Heavy on the spill when I'm stepping B. Round there you go through plan A before you get to B. We the first to do the convoy through these city streets. And I'm still winning even if I'm at back of the fleet. It's crazy how we came from being solo. Now they're calling us for promo. They only saw us when we shot up to the top like a pogo. And how we shake the city like a snow globe. Yeah. We both from the way, but now my life ain't regular. Ring, money harassing my cellular. I'm like 8 bars away from my level up. They're praying for the downfall. It's like they're pressed up. Game ain't based on sympathy, follow the rules. No, you can't just mimic me, but we break the rules. And I don't just take what they're giving me. But wait, that's bad advice, silly me. Cause you ain't the type to take the pressure when we're going against the grain. Or make the problems all this money bring go away. All that time you putting in when studying the game. All that pain they're gonna face is gonna cause a strain. I'm on top of my game, they can't cage us. Started doing better, now they say you changed up. But if they knew some millionaires, they wouldn't do the same stuff. Cloud chasing the trends, that's how these niggas came up. I'm grinding, I'm going harder than ever. Applying pressure to time, or real soon you see me shining. Minus step, I left for spillage, drips cold in the sun. And that's confusion of the climate. All about Elizabeth, this deeper than rap. Royalties before the rhyming. I see the future clear like some diamonds. Starboy, the #1 signing. Yeah, see yo.
Wow. Thank you. I love y'all. All right. Welcome to part 2, guys. We're here at the studio at the Inspire HQ, and I'm sure you were enjoying that just before we went into the musical break. Big shout out to my boy CEO Chase with that. Was that a Gold Lounge?
Yes, that's a Gold Lounge.
That was such an amazing session with CEO Chase. Of course, I'm sure if you want to follow his music or anything else he's doing at some point in this program, some of his social details will be on for you to do so. But I think we left this on a very good note.
Yeah, I saw a funny comment from Luke Mullins. He said at 14 I was making and selling candles.
Unbelievable.
So
Luke,
quickly,
Luke has done everything. And by the way, Luke is 17.
Really?
Yeah.
17.
I'm telling you. So imagine sometimes you're talking to Luke and he says, yes, sir, when I was younger, I did. I'm like, Luke, you're like 17, bro. So when else did you do this? He's been doing business since he was 12.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Luke,
so
me and you have been doing business since we were 12, so I understand you.
Yeah, but you were in a different type of business, bro. You're
still
different.
Still business.
Comment from Daniela Goldmxn says, does it count in prison?
Can you imagine?
I think it should count, though.
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
So you say the certificate doesn't mean anything? It means everything.
But Baby Leah does say,
yes.
I confirm I have seen PK's college certificate.
Thank you.
So I think the next question would be, what did you study in college? What were the subjects that you got into whilst you were in college?
I got into French. No, what do you mean it doesn't count? You asked me what subjects did I get into in college. I got into French.
Okay, yeah. French.
Business.
Business.
Yes.
Okay.
Religious education.
No.
I'm not even joking.
Seriously?
And
you did RE?
And history. I'm telling you the truth.
You did RE and history, college?
Yes. Yes.
Oh my days.
Some people are shocked because I've done more things than them. Yes.
Why you passed everything? You passed everything?
Huh?
You passed?
I passed everything.
Child.
I'm a smart guy, you know. It's just this prison thing.
It truncates the stuff, but you're really like almost competing with Dr. Emma with
No, not competing with Dr. Emma.
Okay, that is actually quite interesting. I never knew that from
Aziza says street politics. What are you talking about?
That's funny. Okay, so you did your college in prison.
Yes.
Okay, you passed, you got your certificates.
Yes.
And then what happened after that? Was that in your first stint in prison, or was this the third time in?
No, that was the first time I went to prison. I'd finished because I was still in college at the time that I went jail for my first big thing.
Okay.
Yeah, so I finished all my stuff in college.
Right.
And then I came out and I didn't do anything with them. I didn't do anything.
As expected, I think a lot of us also didn't do much with the.
Exactly. So I have a level 3 in business.
A level 3 in business?
Yes. Why are you saying wow?
I think you've really impressed and surprised the audience this afternoon.
Are you guys surprised?
Yeah. 100%, because nobody knew that you actually went to college.
I've been saying it for years.
Did Stephen go to college?
Nobody wants to listen.
Pez,
no, Stephen didn't go to college. Confirmed.
But I thought Stephen was reading bare stuff though. You were reading bare. Like Stephen, you were reading all them.
Stephen didn't go to college. He was with me. I'm telling you. He was with me. He didn't go to college. He was outside every day.
Okay, so what happened after that moment, like leading up to your arrival to the Nation family, before we get there? What happened on the streets? What were you up to at that present time?
So when we were young, it wasn't even about, no one planned out to be gang members. No one person planned out to be gang members.
Pastor Tommy is commenting.
Oh,
that's a huge deal, bro.
Oh, wow. No, let's not even read that comment, because...
That's a huge deal.
Yeah. No, let's not even read that comment, because...
She said you could never have done nothing with RE business and history.
No, business. We could.
But the business, what are you saying? The business gave you some techers on the streets as well.
It's helping me now.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, go ahead, sir.
So why is the first time? It's not the first time. I've been saying this for time. Nobody has just believed me that
you went to college.
Yeah.
I don't think you said it before, PK.
He said, how did you make the transition from the street to church? I'm coming. You was there as well. So we didn't set out to be in a gang.
Okay.
Nobody sets out to be in a gang. Or maybe today or this age. But nobody set out to be in a gang. We were just a young group of friends that grew up and we wanted money.
Interesting.
Once we started chasing after money, it turned into different things, because we started finding out, of course, the street economy by drugs and things like that. But it's not just as easy as just going and selling drugs.
But what was it? Was it like the African devils, the older guys?
Nah, the ESF.
ESF were the older guys.
Yeah, ESF was the older guys. So I was the youngest out of the older lot.
ESF is East Side Family.
Yeah.
I feel like you guys tricked me to making this thing called East Side now. Like, that means you all along...
Why do you think that you saw the whole young Jesus from East London come? Because they thought, East Side Family.
East Side Family. Yeah. Oh, my days. That's such great marketing, PK. Okay, but talk to us.
I told you, I've done business. So.
True. Is that who introduced you to the... Do you know what I mean? Like the workings on ground.
ESF?
ESF.
Yeah, ESF introduced me. I remember them times there we used to go to school and our pocket money was £2.50.
Mine was £2.50 as well.
And everybody knows that £2.50 will stretch.
£2.50 per day?
Yes. I'll tell you, I'll break it down for you now.
Yeah.
Panda Pop. You remember Panda Pop?
Panda Pops.
Yes.
Panda Pop, 10p Panda Pop.
10 or 25p, depending on the flavor.
What flavor? Bubblegum. What are you talking about? What?
So bubblegum flavors.
Yeah.
So this is the 250. We're breaking down the 250.
Yeah, we have to break down. Sorry guys, little transition. We have to break down the £2.50. I had to behave like I'm like you guys, so I asked my mom to give me £2.50 rather than £10 so I can fit in with everyone.
So sad. So Panda Pop.
Yeah.
Space Raiders, 10p.
Space Raiders.
You know about them?
Yeah, Space Raiders.
Space Raiders. So you've already spent
but
about.
You're already almost truncating
the
this thing.
50p mark. But then there was one chocolate. I forgot what it's called, man. You remember Freddo's? And there was another one as well.
The one with the frog. The one with the frog.
Chomp.
Yeah.
15p. Huh? 50p chomp. And then after that, you get food at the vending machines. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And then with the rest of the money. That's what I'm saying. That's after school, though. You have to break down your day because people like us had school dinners.
Wait, hang on.
We
Is
done
Dixie
school dinners.
chicken and chips?
Yeah,
what? You have to do
chicken and
Dixie
chips
still.
on deck.
Yeah,
but before that, remember, we had school dinners.
Hold it up.
Oh, sorry. We had school dinners.
Yeah.
So the 50p went on the morning trip, then school dinners.
I never had school dinner.
I know. Yeah, you're the son of a diplomat. We know.
No. I did my best to fit in. I think I did a great job.
No. If you didn't have school dinners, you didn't fit in. Because all of us was on that table.
Oh,
all
my
of us.
days.
And you know how bad it is? It was nice. That school dinners was nice. I swear.
I'm not gonna lie. There's a certain cake they gave you guys during your school dinners that Pastor Emma still tells me today that listen, I was very confused. Like, what is this cake she's talking about?
All of us had it.
What's
the sprinkle one, yeah, sprinkles. Yeah, sprinkles.
Precious makes that.
Not the way they made it. Trust me. I think there was something in that thing, because that thing was nice.
Wow. Okay, but straight after that,
then straight after school, you go either Dixie. Those of you that have really saved up the money will go Dixie, but we will go to the dirty chicken and chip shop, Sam's. Remember Sam's? But the dirtier the chicken and chip shop is, the nicer it is. I'm sorry, it was just nicer.
What used to scare me with you guys is, no, seriously, with you guys, I have to differentiate myself now. Sorry. When I get into the shop, boss man, and then there's a deal of 89p, but it's bare stuff. It's like 2 pieces of chicken, 5 wings, 1 drink, and a chicken burger.
For like 280.
And I'm trying to say to my boy, bro, is this real meat? Because it can't be 89p for all of this. Why is he getting rid of it? No, seriously, that was my thought. That's why I never used to order the combo deals. But go ahead. After the Dixie.
So we'll go to the dirty chicken and chip shop, and that's the day. That's the 250 spent well. So imagine one day, one older asked me to do something, and I was very, very young.
Right.
And he gave me £500.
Raw.
So from 250,
from 250 you upgraded.
Listen, the respect for my parents went out the window that day.
100%. 1000%. I accept what you are saying.
Imagine.
I'm telling you. At 14.
I didn't even know what to spend
at 14. That's crazy. Huh?
But now a 14-year-old will think 5 bills is nothing. But then, 5 bills, 14. That's a big deal. It was a lot of money. So you can imagine that's where it all started. So I wanted to know how the hell that guy got that money. Because,
okay, makes sense.
Because for me, 250 a day, that was my economy.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's how it started. And then, of course, when you sell drugs, you have enemies because everybody's trying to do the same thing in that space. So that's how we got into all the violence and things like that, because no one ain't trying to take my spot. And then, of course, then you had every single organization looks for youngers, the youngers that are on it, the youngers that are crazy.
Yeah.
That's where people like Scums come in.
Okay.
I remember Scums was a good guy.
Stephen was on it.
He was a good guy first. But Yeah, Stephen was a good guy, but he got pushed to being on it.
Why? What happened? How? What happened?
I think one day, the pagans then went to his mum's house.
Oh, is that why he sings, have you ever seen a red dot on your own mum?
Yeah.
Listen, guys, have you heard that lyric? Have you ever seen a red dot on your own mum? When I heard that, I said, more people have lived their life. Imagine seeing a listen, red dot as in the gun laser on your mom. I was just thinking, why would my mom go through this thing? What have I done?
No, but what's worse is he Remember, Scums didn't actually live in Beckton. He lived in the Pagans area. So if we done something to them, they just went to his house.
That's why Stephen is like that.
Exactly.
Okay, that explains a lot.
Yeah, so I think when he saw his
Thank you, that explains a lot about Stephen. Have you noticed Stephen is just always on it? Like, he's a very fearless guy. If you meet Stephen, he's just always on it. So I get it. He was living in the enemy territory.
He was actually friends with them. Just to show you how the dynamics of everything was. He was actually friends with them, but he chilled in Beckton a lot, and all his friends were from Beckton.
Right.
But he was someone that was loved. He was someone that was loved everywhere.
Yeah.
What happens in the hood is, when things start happening, or personal things start happening to people, you have to pick a side.
Okay.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Right.
So they didn't even give him the opportunity to pick a side. They just went to his mum's house.
Straight away.
That's when Scums was birthed.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
so
what Scums was birthed.
From what I'm picking up from this, guys, if you're tuned in, what I'm picking up from this is it's actually financial pressure.
Yeah.
That gets you into gang violence, into a gang. So if you're tuned in right now, we're gonna go on a short break soon. I know you're thinking, what, Pio, this is just getting juicy. Yeah, trust me, don't worry, we got you. Cliffhangers, I learned that from PT, the best at it. When we come back from the break, we want you to be prepared and ready, your fingers on your keypads, and tell us the moment you realize you need to start making some money. Just real quickly, what was that experience that made you switch to say, you know what, I need to get my money up. I need to get some money. And these are experiences that you would never forget. And of course, we're discussing this because it's very important to know exactly what kind of financial pressure birthed you. Very important. So stay tuned. We'll be back shortly. See you guys soon.
Hello. Yeah. And listen, look, 2021, I couldn't concentrate in class, but my teacher didn't know what I had on my MetaMask. And if I got signed, I'd probably trade my rap advance, cause I can hit the charts without writing any bars. 2021, I couldn't concentrate in class, but my teacher didn't know what I had on my MetaMask. And if I got signed, I'd probably trade my rap advance, cause I can hit the charts without writing any bars. I can hit the charts without writing any bars, so I don't need rap, it needs me, I take the chance. Laptop in class, I couldn't write me any notes, refreshing my wallet twice, trying to talk me a better quote. D5 summer, I remember all the share costs, made a quick 30 racks of that Uniswap airdrop. Sit with me for a day, I better make you some change. Can't get 2 hours sleep, I'm strategizing these plays. Missing nothing into something, I can show you how to lead. Set up shop, feed the block and make sure everybody eats. I'm in Mount Shoe with Alan, got a meeting with Alan. How things changing like my Monty, Crystals and McAllen. It's a new world order, I don't think that they get it. Import, export, letter of credit, Irish banking, euros, I'm almost tax free when I debit. Strange, cause where I'm from they shoot without any edits.
Yo, Rose.
Purchase your track today.
I'm on the motorway, 57 minutes from home. Feel like it's me against the world, so I created my own. I see clear from a range when I'm driving a Vogue, but I'm closer to the stars when I'm driving a Rolls. By the time we switch gears, last year's work ain't this year's. I got a bird's eye view, now I see clear from Toy Stories. I got a buzz, now it's a light, yeah. And 3-6 lives through me, cause it ain't here. Tears in my eyes, missing the rain falling over me, supposedly. Something else is controlling me. I rose from the dirt, my life is concrete poetry. Vocally, I flow in each moment. I had visions of a new world while sitting in my soul, thinking to myself, one day I'ma rule the world. Time's the biggest snitch, you know it always tells. They didn't wish me well, but either way I prevailed. I ain't a rapper, I'm a message. If you can't read me, forget it. They'd rather me die a block legend, cause I'm coming from them trenches where there's no exit, where everybody's really trying to blow like a, you know it's lights, camera, action. Dial get active, blowing in the range, living how I never imagined. Trips in a phantom, in the latest fashion. Don't be fooled by this drip, cause my haters really bring it. I'm talking bread with bread. Yeah, they said what they said, but someone's tell me what's next. You can't kill a man that's already dead. S-Rolls, I'm the best. I talk how I walk it and I say it with my chest. Nationalism, I spoke life for it isn't. Committed, I've been commissioned to millions art edition. Men who changed the world before shadows of what's being written. Presidential like Pablo, the national edition. What's the nation vice president? We marched our way from the hood to the city into parliament. For less we ain't bargaining. They fair to our sin, now they're barging in lies, put us in places the truth can't. Goldmxn, and I pledge my allegiance. I ain't been myself recent. Genetics of a genius, forming deep in Stephen. S-Roll chapter 1, title it War to the Throne. Have you ever had to oak, you can never not sow? Until we took the nation, there's no victory. Her story, his story made history. Sacrifice is what lifted me. Literally, how can you go to war without artillery? I war for peace, what's a nation without liberty?
Street songs from the past, still sung from my heart. And from a place where you either break fast or you starve. I was waiting for them phone calls, 14 I'm sending postals. Car, all my niggas locked, I couldn't even count a total. Used to stand up on that pissy block, hoping that I'll make it out. Cause all I ever wanted was a trial. Instead my niggas really on the dock, on the trials. I'm getting flashbacks of tapping out on the ground, yo.
See you get back in?
Okay, so see you gone.
Genius, the X on my previous, it was expedient. Culture made us devious, pain taught us obedience. I intend to supply, hoping to last. I want a driller on my block, I was a message in the skies. Rivers lead to oceans, I'm the rose of all roses. The cracks in the ground resemble all the times I was broken. Yeah. Rivers lead to oceans, I'm the rose of all roses. The cracks in the ground resemble all the times I was broken. The truth is unspoken, so we put it in the open. Generations on my shoulders, we gave hope to the hopeless. Waterfalls of wisdom brought about my existence. Bonded by a vision, entourage of a kingdom. Before I went to prison, I was caged. Water flowing through my veins, I got God's DNA. And street psalms in my heart help me see in the dark. Life of a movie, my scars replay my past. I paint pictures with my words, like Shemaiah with a brush. I'm as wise as a snake, and as gentle as a dove.
I'm in constant communication, conversation with ours, and he don't understand me, so I'm breaking it down. Sometimes I can't get through to him, he's old and he's proud. He said I always get onto him, I'm holding him down. I'm in constant communication, conversation with ours, and he don't understand me, so I'm breaking it down. Sometimes I can't get through to him, he's old and he's proud. He said I always get onto him, I'm holding him down. Yo, bread, it's your bro ours. Where you grown? My mum said you ain't been cooling when you coming home. I was just starting to think that we could do this stuff alone. Remember it was me, I taught you everything you owe. I was there when you was broke, it was us on London Road. So why you trying to whack it in my phone? And hey, look, listen, I'm in constant communication, conversation with ours, but he don't understand me, so I'm breaking it down. Sometimes I can't get through to him, he's old and he's proud. He said I always get onto him, I'm holding him down. I'm in constant communication, conversation with ours, but he don't understand me, so I'm breaking it down. Sometimes I can't get through to him, he's old and he's proud. He said I always get onto him, I'm holding him down. Bread, you keep holding me down, you're holding me back. You know that I had to be good, I had a relapse. You know you don't want me around, and I can see that, but you're taking this too far. You need to relax, and my man needs his keys back. When you gonna come through? Always taking on your people's debts, look where it got you. I'm ambitious and talented, don't mind if I brag a bit. In this world called our life, I'm the flipping antagonist. Sad people all mistake me for you. So sometimes I don't mean to hurt, but I do. I invested in truth, but find it hard to recoup. And that's why, Macca, I invested in you. Green lane, pedal back, shifting, middle of three siblings. Know you like the spirit, on the flesh I couldn't be different. I know you need me, you don't want me to go. And I don't want to hear a word about I'm stunning your growth. I'm in constant communication, conversation with Owls. But he don't understand me, so I'm breaking it down. Sometimes I can't get through to him, he's old and he's proud. He said I always get on to him, I'm holding him down. He said I can't get through to him, I'm holding him down. Yeah. He said I can't get through to him, he's holding him. What's good, Owls? I can only give you a verse, cause I spent 19 years of life putting you first. And what's worse, if I trusted you to show me the ropes, it matter you don't, cause I'm the one that's giving you hope. And cause you struggle to communicate, I'm handling all your mistakes. When you gonna grow up, you're my brother, but I can't relate. Say hello to mum, that version of me ain't coming back. I know she thinks she lost her son and she thinks I'm tapped. Why you keep fixing all the things that I'm managing? And why you so scared, you're so weird, you love panicking. You wanna die average, I'm sorry, not me. Cause every shift I took risks, if this sinks, it's on me. Woo!
These guys are special. These guys are special. Welcome, guys. We're here at the Inspire HQ, and I'm sure you've been keeping up with the program. Did you enjoy that freestyle marathon from Big Bread himself, S. Rose? Come on. You see that right there? There's certain tracks that just make you want to make money. Like, that's like rooftop down in a Ferrari and you're scheming through the city. What? You know, there's certain songs that you just hear and you just say, you know what? I just say to Pastor Emma, I'm leaving the house. Sorry. I'll be back shortly. Full Batman mode. That's that track. We need to hear that again at another point. But you see that marathon right there? Cold. I could see all the comments. I could see Mason and the rest of the guys really getting into it. Of course, I'm here with PK, who is actually a producer also, as well as an artist. He's actually like the big brother of the Hope Dealers and the Inspire. So tell me, how did you find that little recess session there, that marathon?
You know, the chemistry between Pastor Alex and Pastor Stephen is sensational.
It's crazy.
I'm the biggest fan of Hope Dealers. I always say it.
Yeah.
Even though people will say that I'm the one that holds the music, it's not me. It's Pastor Alex now. But I love them. I love them.
I think we can also say that we'd like to tell you that this song is out on Spotify, but you know how the Hope Dealers do us. They like to hold back that content.
Stop it.
They're real Hope Dealers. They're just trying to build up the anticipation.
Yeah, building takes time.
They're building up the anticipation. Pastor Eben's just like, yeah, man, you see what I'm saying?
Building takes time.
Well, they told Pastor Eben to go to the Spotify. She went there and she was like, but the track I'm looking for ain't even, it's not here, guys. Come on. So I think I can speak for everybody that's tuned in this afternoon to say, guys, we would like to have some access online to this stuff. Even if you tell us to pay, we will, at this rate, we will pay for your stuff. No, literally, you've actually built up that kind of anticipation. You can actually slap this thing on iTunes And I'm telling you, well, how much is a single on iTunes?
Nini said we've been hopeful for so long. You have no faith, man.
No, we remain hopeful. So how much do people charge for a single or an EP? 99p?
Yeah, 99p.
That seems so small though, man.
No, not an album.
Just make it like
an album will be like £9.99, no?
No, like the single. Just this. Like,
a single will be like 99p.
Yeah, slap it on £2.99.
Listen,
let's work the numbers.
We're in the nation, man. We can't slap something off for 99p, man. We're slapping it. It has to be £100, you know. Starting fee.
PT's gonna be like, oh, is this thing online?
Yeah.
So,
how much is it?
And then he's gonna see 99. He said, oh, okay, it's £99.
Okay.
And then Park is gonna have to explain, no sir,
it's P's.
99p. You say
what's wrong with you guys.
P as in pounds. No, but we really need access to all of that. For Pastor Ronke, guys,
just say
Pastor
this is
Ronke
crazy.
is saying
Pastor
that was
Ronke
crazy.
said this is crazy.
Listen,
Pastor Ronke, you're a national, you know.
That's how you know the next cake that Pastor Ronke comes up with is going to be a mad thing. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, Pastor Nick and Pastor Ronke do the cakes, no?
Really?
Not both of them?
No.
Just Pastor Nick. Okay, well, you can help your sister freestyle. Just add the vibes into the cake. But that was absolutely amazing. Let's get into what we left you guys on. I'm sure you're all fully anticipating. What was your first experience of, I need to get my money up? Shout out to Big Pablo Presidential, who started the series Money Up, I believe.
Yes.
Money Up. So what was that experience that make you say, you know what, I need to get my money up? Because from what we're hearing today, it was financial pressure that got these guys into gang violence. It's economic pressure that got these guys on the streets. It wasn't a case of they were bored at home. So you see, that's another thing. I don't rate youth centers.
Yeah.
It's just youth centers with what? Like a ping pong table and stuff. Like, we're not bored. We're not saying to you that we're looking for where to play ping pong with each other. We're looking for money.
Yeah.
You know, so I need those comments to come through whilst PK is still narrating his journey from the streets into the Nation family. So make sure you're writing, guys.
Funny thing about youth clubs, that's where we all gathered to plan.
So that's even what created you guys.
Exactly. We done all that youth club stuff, but like I said, the introduction to the streets was somebody gave me an amount of money that my mum never gave me.
Could never have given you, yeah.
So at that point, she lost. You can actually say she lost me. Yeah, she lost my focus.
Yeah.
Not my respect. She just lost my focus. And of course, that's when the whole journey started. Like I said, beef now kicked off because we didn't want anybody to touch what we were making. Do you get what I'm saying? And that's how we created enemies. Enemies weren't created because I used to hear stories of, people, if you look at somebody the wrong way. No, it was all drug related.
Yeah.
Somebody wanted
which was the business you guys were playing.
Exactly.
In. Yeah. Just before you go on, Luke says that at a moment in time in Sydney, he met someone whose watch cost more than his house, and that was actually a trigger point to Luke. And I must tell you about Luke. He probably had this experience at 10 years old. Or how old were you, Luke?
How old was you, Luke?
Luke could have had this experience at 9. I'm telling you, Luke is a special young man. Special.
I would have loved to have that experience, but I always parted at a very young age. So.
No, but what I'm saying is you had that experience. You were just in a different environment.
Very true. Very true.
But go ahead.
But yeah, and I was saying about our organization that we started doing.
Yeah.
Needed Onyi youngers. Now, Stephen was a very loved man. Scums was a very loved man. I can't call him Stephen when I'm talking about this segment. Very loved guy. But then at one point, he changed. And that's how our journey started. So it was olders and youngers.
Yeah.
And then money no longer was the objective.
Okay.
Because I think one thing about vision and things like that, we didn't have no vision. Like the reason why I can say that now is because we see where we want to get to. But when we were on the road, we didn't even know how to use money, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We all started off saying that we wanted to. I bet you've all heard a gang member say, I'm on road so I can move my mum out of the hood.
Yeah.
Ask them the question. Now that you've had a little bit of money, is your mum in the hood or she out of the hood?
Okay.
And that's with everybody. Do you get what I'm saying? So money wasn't no longer the objective. It started from money, but then we got into many other things because there was no vision.
Okay, so you remember our starting scripture, guys, which was without vision, the people are wild. The people go wild. And that's exactly the case, I think, from the story that PK or CK is narrating. On the streets, there was the thirst to make money, but that's not the end all. There needs to be vision.
Yeah.
Because you're now putting money in the hands of people without vision, and then that leads to violence.
Yeah,
that leads
it makes
to chaos.
you more dangerous.
Yeah.
Because you have money, and whatever money means, you have money, then you get into beef. So because you don't have a vision, you start funding the war that's going on.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Okay. You start funding the war, you start funding a lot of nonsense things, and of course you fund the culture as well. There's certain things that people just do in that culture that you just end up doing when you find yourself with money. So because there was no vision, we were wild, like the scripture says.
So it's like you're making money, but then you're still starved off of vision. I haven't yet seen you guys just mention the times in your life that actually sparked your mind to know, okay, financially, I think I need to be doing better. If you haven't had that, then that's fair. But I think from speaking with PK now, at the point when you got into the nation, at that point, how many years have you been on the streets? Knowing that you started at 14. Yeah. So if we're saying 14 years without...
it would have been younger than 14. I'm just saying 14 as an active period, because anything before then, I was a younger as well at one point, if you get what I mean. But definitely being on the roads for at least 15 years.
15 years.
At least.
Chasing the money, chasing the lifestyle.
Chasing the money, chasing the
culture.
Lifestyle. But remember, most of my years on the roads was in jail.
Yeah.
So I actually spent more time in jail than on the road.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
How many times were you in jail?
This thing always haunts me, you know.
Yeah, it goes up. The number goes up and down, but let's settle it now.
9.
Yes,
9.
And the first one is when you did your college, you did your school.
Yeah, the first time was when I was 16, 17.
Did you do degree in the second one?
No, I didn't do no degree.
Sorry, I'm just playing with you there. So 9 times in.
Yeah.
And this is... So the money chase, does it stop when you get inside?
You need money. Even when you get inside, it doesn't stop because you still need money.
So what are the
There's a whole different world in prison that revolves around money as well.
Is that money happening on the outside or a whole system inside?
There's a whole system inside.
Okay.
And of course, I was a person, I always see myself surviving.
Yeah.
So I always manage to find myself in the position that makes me money, even in prison. So yeah, I started in prison as well. And it's the same thing, drugs. But remember, drugs is more expensive in jail than outside.
That's a whole different economy.
Because it's more scarce.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's how it started.
So this is your money chasing, thinking that was what you were looking for.
Yeah.
But this is CK without vision.
Yeah.
And I'm just trying to paint you guys a story here that we've actually probably all had moments where we said to ourselves, I need to get my money up. But really and truly, the defining point in your life is the moment you meet vision.
Yeah.
Because you can get your money up according to what you think getting your money up is, just like how PK is saying from £2.50 to £500. Someone would say that's an upgrade. But without vision, that's what you would think. But with a vision, I think it's safe enough to say some of you are tuned in right now, industrial heads and many other things in the Nation family. And if you're tuned in and you're not within the Nation family, maybe you're doing something quite important, you're leading a business of some sort. At certain times in your life, according to the vision, certain type of money no longer made sense to you.
Yeah.
So £500 now can't do anything for you. But just so we touch that, why 500 pounds now can't do anything for you? If you can talk to us about your introduction to the big man himself, PT, Pastor Toby Adeboyega, Global Pastor.
I think from going to prison 9 times, there's a way your mind forms. Do you get what I'm saying? When I came out of jail, remember, I didn't come to change. My intention wasn't to change. It wasn't to... I just came to do my thing.
Yeah.
You know? But then when I met Pastor Toby in the Nation, I think that was the introduction to vision, because I used to hear about... Funny thing about gang members is they're kind of very philanthropic. They are.
Really?
Yeah, they are. So we would do these things where, not to a high degree, but we would do these things where when Christmas comes, you remember us? When Christmas comes, we'll give out turkeys. Like, we'll buy turkeys.
Seriously?
Yeah, we'll buy turkeys for the hood. We'll give out turkeys. We'll give out bread.
Nice gangsters.
It's things that we saw in the movies, isn't it? But we done them things. We bought.
Yeah.
For anybody that was going to have a hard time.
You look after your lot. You look after your own kind of thing, your community, yeah.
So when we came to the Nation, and I remember there was a period where they were talking about the Life Center.
Yeah. Okay, were you around when PT was saying Life Center?
They were speaking about the Life Center, and that's one of the things that I wanted to be involved in, because it's like, what the hell? He said there was going to be a building that's going to have a studio and XYZ and XYZ, and we wanted to buy into that because we had nothing else that we were buying into.
The Life Center still did happen. It just became our mansions. It became our houses with studios, and everything we wanted in those Life Centers, we ended up having in our houses. Your introduction to the Nation came obviously through, we've heard it before, Pastor Lady Joe had a situation at the church, and you came to deal with the situation.
No, she didn't have a situation. I had a situation.
You had a situation, okay, well corrected. You came to deal with the situation like a man does, you know what I mean? like a gangster does. But did you meet, at what point did you meet Lady Joe? Second time in jail, third time?
No. We knew each other for a while, but I was always in jail. You know, obviously she was on me.
Was she like, hey, come on, bro. Hey. Lady Joe.
We always have this argument, but she was on me. Like,
hey, oh yeah. So what? Were you like?
Hey, Samalan. No. I'm saying before.
Hey.
Yeah, no.
Hey. It's getting hot. Yeah. Steven's like, yeah, bro, but you was on.
No. That was after, but she was on me first, like 110%.
Oh,
I remember like it was yesterday. You get me? Yes.
Oh.
Yes, you would.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Don't high five her because she's lying. Don't high five her. She's lying.
Hey, if you are struggling to have an idea as to who Lady Joe is, if you are tuned in for the very first time, if you were following this program, you'd have seen a very beautiful lady telling her inspiring story.
Yes.
Lady Joe London.
Yes.
Cosmetic guru.
Yes.
That is Pastor Kevin's wife.
Yes.
And curiously, I'd like to know, because that's a very strong game to get a lady like this. Like, how did you do it, going in and out of jail? Like, well, some of us are thinking maybe we go back to jail. For the young men who are watching, they're thinking, oh, should we go back to jail to do this? But you have to tell the story so that we understand you guys' journey at the same time. So at what point did this happen? And Stephen is here to verify, just in case you say anything funny.
At what point what?
When did you guys meet? Like, when did this happen?
So what happened was I had a friend in Canary Wharf.
Cherry. Yeah, go on.
I had a friend in Canary Wharf that lived First of all, her family's been chasing my family for years. We both lived in Beckton. When we moved, she moved as well. Yeah?
Okay.
So they've been chasing us for years.
The thing with PK's stories now is I don't know what's real anymore. I'm not going to ask how to
someone said Jerry Springer. It's not Jeremy Carr.
But so, go on. So where did your families move at the same time?
Yeah. So we lived in the same area. But then my friend lived
in Beckton?
No, in Canary Wharf.
Okay.
So we lived in Beckton, then we went to Canary Wharf.
Right.
And one of my friends lived right next to her.
All right.
So on the way to my friend's house, I've seen her. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo,
are you
come.
For raw? Like,
yeah, I'm like, yo, come. And she came.
What did you say? How did you move to Lady Joe? What did you say?
I don't remember, but I just approached her and I got her number, but we didn't speak for time.
Because you were in jail?
Because I kept on going in and out of jail, so we didn't speak for ages.
Right.
So the reason why I say she was on me is because she hollered at me first. Yeah. By the way, she hollered at me when I was in jail. True or false, Joe? Thank you, I'm telling you.
She's an evangelist, so she was checking on you. She was
hollered at me and
trying to find out how is this young man coping in there. Maybe we send him some bread, some chips.
She didn't move to me, but she was just
keeping up.
Because I had a lot of food in myself. Like, trust me, don't worry, sir.
Yeah, don't worry, we won't get into all that.
She was asking, oh yeah, like she was just asking about whatever, but she moved to me basically.
Okay, so you guys.
When I touch road.
Yeah, when you touch road.
Yeah, then.
When you touch road, Pastor Tommy, if you're still tuned in, when you touch road means once I was let back out into society. Go ahead.
Yes. So when I touch road,
Tamara's loving it,
yeah. So obviously, remember, Joe, like, I think the reason why me and Joe worked is because she was all the ballers and things like that were onto her. But obviously she didn't meet a nigga like me, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Hey!
You know what I'm saying?
Wait, so the ballers...
she was using ballers and that, but when I came through...
All the big boys.
Yeah, it was a different type of energy.
But you and this, your...
Because the guys that liked her were scared of me. That's it. So I think she was looking for power. And
Lady Joe, what is it? Is it the curls? Is it the curls? What is it? What's the secret to this? It's the curls.
It's not the curls.
If we cut the curls, maybe he'll be a normal.
Nah, it's not the curls. It's not the curls. It's the power.
It's the power.
Yeah, she knows. You get me? So
it's the power.
Yeah, like the guys that she used to date and things like that were scared of me. So when she met me,
she thought,
yeah, she had to submit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I heard that. So,
but that's how we met.
Well, that's how you guys met. So
yes. So then she started going to the Nation.
The Nation, exactly.
So she went to the Nation, I think twice.
Back on track
maybe
now.
Twice or 3 times before me. Yeah. She went to the Nation, and then obviously she met Armstrong.
Yeah.
Now let me tell you, in our world, 2016, if you see Armstrong, this man is not a Christian.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? It's not like...
If you don't know Armstrong, so good thing all these people have played a part in today's program.
Yeah, okay,
Armstrong is the person with that sang the song God
sing,
for Real.
Looks like Chris Brown, tattoos.
Looks like Chris Brown with the tattoos all down to his everywhere. And he's a handsome young man, but he's crazy also.
But I wasn't insecure though, by the way, just to put that on the record.
But you came to the service,
Let me tell you why. I'll tell you why.
You came with
one day.
You came armed up.
No. Let me tell you why. She came home one day telling me about she's met Armstrong and blah blah blah. She showed me the picture and I was thinking, are you sure this guy's a Christian? But anyway,
so she saw him as an evangelist.
So another time, this guy called her,
for service kind of thing.
Guess what his introduction was?
Yeah,
he sang. That's it. Listen. And I was even angry because it sounded good.
Pastor Tommy, I got you. But knowing Armstrong, he would do that.
Listen, the note that he opened up with was crazy. And I said, no. then he was telling, so that was the first thing that I was annoyed at him about, but I wasn't going to come to service.
Yeah.
Then he started telling Joe who I was because I was kind of lying to her a bit. Do you know what I'm saying? Okay. Even though that she met, I was.
So somehow Armstrong really knows your story.
So he knew me through his people.
Yeah.
Funny enough, Armstrong and that know all C-Biz and all these.
Okay.
Yeah. So he was telling her who I really was because I downplayed it. Do you know what I'm saying?
Joe, man.
Yeah, I downplayed it.
How did you not know? Look at his gold tooth. He's got a gold tooth. How do you not know this guy is like world's most dangerous person?
I downplayed it. We didn't talk about.
So you told her about your degrees and your A-levels and all that.
What did I say? I said I sell cars. Remember? And
my days.
I said that there was a little problem and I went in jail, but she might have had an inkling that I was a gang member, but I didn't tell her.
Yeah.
But he was telling her everything.
Okay, so
she will come back to me saying, is this true? Is this true? So I said, no, who's this guy trying to mess up my pattern?
Okay, makes sense now.
So then I rocked up to church with one big machete. And I called this thing the black on black.
Pastor Kim, why did you not stop him in this moment?
Because she didn't know I was coming.
Huh?
She didn't
see me until after?
No, she didn't see me until that service after.
Try. Because it's Kimbo that I would have trusted to intervene this stuff.
Yeah, she did try to vibe.
There had to be an altercation
There had to be an altercation. When I came now,
yes,
obviously I saw my target, but there was a lot of people. I think them times there was like 150, or 150 people.
No, they weren't even a lot. For then it looked like a lot, but for now it's like
100.
It's like friggin' fellowship, like Easter.
Yeah, it was like fellowship.
Yeah, we thought it was loads, but
no, it wasn't loads
compared to now.
Yeah,
it's like
it was like fellowship. So when I came there, obviously I've never been in a fellowship setting before. I've been in a Congolese church. There's two different things. There's music, everything, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So when I rocked in there, obviously I heard the music. I sat down on the back. I saw my target.
Yeah.
And I was waiting for him to like go to the toilet or something. Do you get what I'm saying? But then Pastor Toby started talking, and I remember it like it was yesterday. He opened up by saying, "Oh, tell the person next to you that's angry," or something like that. It's done something weird like that. So my attention went to him, and the rest is history.
PT.
Yeah.
PT. Imagine if PT did do that, there would have been bloodshed in the church.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you guys remember when PT was on stage and those two boys were gonna fight? What was the gangs?
The Tottenham and Wood Green.
Tottenham and Wood Green, yeah. And PT was like PT's actually always in the middle of the mix.
Yeah, so he done that.
I plead to these media people, you can't take PT down. You're just feeding his power. His power is your irritants on him. He's gonna use it and go for you hard, but But thank you for that narration, PK. At that point, you met PT, and the rest is history.
Yeah.
PT is the vision caster.
Yeah.
The visionaire. He is the word, the messenger of the generation for us, and I think it's fair to say that today, if you want to read your profile today, because we started with your past, speaking about Goldmxn, so maybe I hope it won't be unfair to say to you to read your profile, but if you just say the things you're involved in now, who you are, etc.
Yeah, so now, fast forward, of course, it's coming up to about 7 years.
7 years.
It will be 7 years in November.
Wow.
So fast forward now, of course, I'm the leader of the Inspire family. I lead a family within the Nation family. And we have various businesses that I oversee. You have Lady Joe London.
Of course.
You have Night Shield Security, which is a very, very growing company, big company.
Yeah.
And you have, of course, other companies that are coming out, like Leclerc de la Ville, Concierge Company.
Yeah.
There's so many things that we're involved in now. And of course, now we're involved in raising young people and making them become who they need to be.
That's absolutely amazing. Yeah. We're actually live from the Inspire HQ.
Yes.
How many people live here with you?
I think 11 live here so far.
And if you think back into the Goldmxn family, and looking at the generations, how many different generations are here in the Inspire HQ?
There's at least 3 generations in the Inspire family, yes.
That's quite impressive.
Yeah.
That's quite impressive. I think we'll begin to round up here, but before we end the program, just to remind you about the anchor scripture we used this afternoon. Where there is no vision, where there is no vision from God, the people run wild. And that was the story in Pastor Kevin's life, formerly known as CK. And I did tell you guys to get involved by sending through your messages, but you would probably notice that the biggest thing the Nation family did for us, the biggest thing Pastor Toby did for us, is give us a purpose, a vision. And in different spheres of our lives, in who we are, not all of us here today came from a gang background. Pastor Dr. Emma is here, leading the House of Medics with, that's right, with about 10,000 people subscribed to the House of Medics. This September, they'll be doing their usual university tours, going to all the universities, signing up young, aspiring health professionals to their platform, introducing them into new ways of study and learning and research, and also job creation and landing jobs. but I met Dr. Emma as Friday Born Designs. I don't know if you guys remember Friday.
The tiger with the bandana on his face.
The tiger with the bandana, exactly. And I really just loved what she was doing at the time. And I remember buying, how many jumpers did I buy? I bought so many jumpers. I loved the logo. I loved the design. And I had no idea this would become House of Medics. But the contact with vision, you can't actually preempt what you're going to become. And I think that's what we're trying to send a message out this afternoon of, this is what we're going to fight for.
Yeah.
Our passion to the vision. And let's not be money conscious. Let's not be conscious of the effort that it will take. Let's just be conscious of the vision, because that's what transformed all of us. I remember Pastor Nini in what's this place? Avonmouth, where she came in Avonmouth. Okay, perfect. She came in Avonmouth and she was speaking about her story. And then fast forward now, and she's part of a huge bid writing company. I think she writes bids to the hundreds of millions and millions each day. And that's purpose, because she's doing it for the long-term vision for things in Night Shield.
Yeah, yeah.
Remember Pastor Mariam, and before she joined the East Side, it was a company called Mentor Matcher.
Yeah.
You guys remember Mentor Matcher?
Yeah, I remember.
And the evolution from Mentor Matcher, if you bring Pastor Mariam of Mentor Matcher and put next to her Pastor Mariam, W Magazine, Mentor Matcher Pastor Mariam will say, "Ra, is that my leader?" Literally, like, we've had dinners with multi-millionaires in a room, all pitching and trying to get onto her platform, the Love House platform. But Love House is another gift from Pastor Toby, from the Nation family, that's been given to her, adding that value, that vision that makes... I remember when Pastor Mariam said, "Oh, sir, man, my life is changing. It's such an honor to be under your leadership. I've made 250K this year," or something like this. And that was Mentor Matcher. She's made way more than that in her evolution in the family. And it boils down to the vision, making sure you're still connected to it, because that's what's driving you to wake up tomorrow and say, 10K is not enough.
Yeah.
Because the vision has put a demand on you all of a sudden. What would you say if someone gave you £500 now? Not in a, not trying to be rude about £500, but in Pastor Kevin's context now, in the concept of your system, and if you can just be honest to the viewers, what would £500 do in your system, Inspire, Night Shield? What kind of money is that for?
I mean, it will be enough to buy the drinks, and I'm being very serious.
Yeah, I wanted to hear
the
that.
food and to host people, but it's not enough.
And when you say people, maybe how many people?
Like at least 15 people. 15? A nice host.
I think you're being nice.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, let's say 10.
I think you're being very nice.
Let's say 5.
Maybe 3.
Okay, 3.
Maybe 3. I think that will be all from what we have this afternoon. Painting that story of vision. Everybody that's been tuned in across the entire family, across the entire heartbeat. I believe this is my camera. It's been a pleasure to have you guys on this afternoon. I believe there are probably some other families on the scope coming on later on. Feel free to tune in with them. But on behalf of the family, through the Pulse, this is our Sunday's edition. I'm sending you guys greetings from the global pastor, Pastor Toby, the senior pastor, Pastor Sam, Pastor Damian, the rest of your most favorite leaders across the nation. On their behalf, greeting you. And remember, you don't want the service to end. It's really good, right? Okay, at some point we might do this again, but please do remember, wherever there is no vision, the people run wild. Look into your financial life. Look at what is not placed and put together. Look at what is running wild and ask yourself, am I still connected to the vision? For some of you, you think it's easy to get out of mind and say, okay, right, I'm going to make 10K. You need a demand on you to make 10K. You need a demand on you to make £1 million. The vision has to ask you. So these days I'm really, really, really irritated because I can feel the demand from the vision and I want to get work done. And that's just how you have to be. Don't just wake up motivated. And really and truly, we're not motivational speakers. So don't just wake up motivated saying, CEO K Cyrus is here. You can't just wake up and say, K Cyrus is going to turn over 20K this month. Why? Why will it? It can't. Unless there is a demand from the vision that you respect, from the leadership that you respect, unless there's a demand put on you, you're not actually going to restlessly look for solutions to grow yourself financially. PK is here telling you his story, that the whole journey into gang, the whole journey into that lifestyle, himself and Pastor Stephen, was out of financial pressure. Okay, so financial pressure is important, but vision coupled with financial pressure is what we're looking for. It's been an absolute pleasure with you guys. Pastor Tommy, it's great to have you on. I can see your comments. Pastor Daniel, DCO, great to have you on this Sunday. However it is you've planned your Sunday, make sure you make the most of it. From what I heard, there's meant to be a party going on later on for Sefla baby. What does she call herself? She said after 6 p.m. she becomes Kiki. Kiki. So the party is technically going to be after 6 p.m. So there's a party for Kiki later on. We're gonna get our drink on, apple juice to be precise, and a lot of water, okay? But we're gonna get our drink on and enjoy each other later on this afternoon, this evening. Make sure you have an intentional way to connect with your family, to chill with your loved ones this Sunday. Like I said again, greetings from Pastor Toby on his behalf. I love you guys. This is Paul's TV, myself and CK.
PK.
I love you guys. Take care. Love.
Hi, I have 5 stories to tell you quickly. Just 5 transformational stories, people's life that are changed by what we do in the Spark Nation family. Things you can verify. Amelia was 17 years old when she came to the family from a deprived background. Someone you look at timid, afraid, and underperforming in her school. As I speak to you today, she's 24 and she's about to get her doctorate from Imperial College, biomedical engineering. These are amazing stories you can go and verify. Ask questions. Also, Sam George White she is now 23 years old, a Ghanaian citizen. Sam, you would think, cannot amount to anything in life. Government and statistics already say that these people cannot. The church also that we met did not have the expertise to help these young people. Now, like Amelia, Sam also helping Amelia because of a house they belong to, which is called Love House. I'll speak about that in a moment. Sam is also about to get his doctorate from Imperial College. This is amazing. They are our own kind of testimony. He has recently been awarded the Hawaii Fellowship of £150,000 over 3 years to support his PhD in addition. Now, the world wants us to criticize people who have the heart to help. See how many people Love House has helped. This is just 2 of many of such stories. I'll speak about 3 more people just this afternoon or this morning, whatever time you are watching. Houses that we set up, they are meant to create atmosphere for people, rent-free. It is not government support. We didn't even need to have charity behind our name in the first place because we are the charity. They don't give us anything other than stress. Go and verify if we as a movement has ever earned anything from the charity. Joshua, this is from the COD house. Joshua is now a leader in the Economic Development Center. He came at the age of 18 and under the mentorship and leadership of a Pastor Hobie, is able to start his business. These are guys who would have either killed or been killed coming from rough background, deprived background. This society has condemned that black community. So we wonder sometimes when we present verifiable stories, real life change, and people discard that to go for headlines. Newspapers just want to sell headlines, but they must also be put on notice that when they do these headline things, they deprive our community of getting the help, people of getting the help that is much needed. And that's why I needed to come and speak to you, that it is not just speaking to our critics. This is not to our critics. This is to equip those of you who love us sincerely from your heart, so that you can have this life testimony, Amelia, Sam, and all these people that I'm about to tell you and I keep telling you about. You can tell them, go and verify this fact. Look at this story. This is James Musa. I personally know James. As in, there was a time everybody was criticizing him in this country within our community. And we took him in. The house took him in. The Pulse Nation took him in. Look at his profile now. This was a guy from Brixton. These are guys that you would say has no hope. And most times when the Heelits meet these people, those who are informed or educated similarly within our community, they will say this one has no use. But look at James now, 24 years old. He was about 18, 19 then. James has lived with Pastor Kelvin PK for 4 years. James was introduced to the family through one of our outlets in Brixton at the time, an initiative for young people. He's now a senior technical analyst with various high-end banks, such as HSBC. There are many more informations I want to give you. Jade, can I talk about Jade, 24 years old, came from a very disorganized background, a schizophrenic mom, and her father left her. She had a baby at the age of 15 before joining the Nation family. That means life was going nowhere. By the time she was 19, she ran for an office with the Conservatives. The stories are just so many, but it's important again for us to read these stories so that you can have fact to rely on. Go and verify Jade's story. Now the question is this: when you see the people that they used to testify against the Nation family, against Park Nation family, the people that desperate media houses take and put on screen, ask yourself, would you rather your auntie, your sister, your daughter, your son be some of the people I'm reading, or those ones that you're seeing? The truth is clear. The facts are there, that our work speaks for us. I quickly want to talk about Deborah Victoria. She was suicidal, attempted suicide twice. She was 23 when she joined the Nation family. Now she's building her own gym enterprise, whilst also consulting for businesses, turning up to 1.5 million pounds a week. She consults for them. I can't read all these stories, but you can verify these stories yourself. This is the mission, this is the work, that ours is practical life change rather than fictional miracles. That we don't believe that you can give money to a God who promises to make you rich. It's impossible. That's why we are business people. We own that with our chest. We don't want to close services asking for donations or monies from people. We want to build enterprise. We want to build businesses, because that's how we get to change the lives of young people who come our way. That's how we can tell them to stop the wrong and embrace the right. We have not always been perfect. We cannot possibly always be perfect. But you see, the community we come from, the black race especially, always at loggerhead against each other, refusing to research, embraces lies over truth, and therefore we produce subservient nations. And that is the narrative we are attempting to change by focusing and working daily on people, from one person to the next, building this community. So these houses are important to us because they help us touch the grassroots, the people. We don't run any of these houses, but we have leaders, imperfect as they may be. And we've said this many times. When people point to some of our leaders and want to condemn them because they have a past, I say to them, most of Nigerians watching, either the preachers or the bankers who have become preachers, if you were in a country with law and order, most of you would be behind bars. That's the truth. However, with our head tall, we've walked this country, we've had criticism, we've had things written over the years, and it's all investigations heading nowhere, didn't go anywhere years and years after. But we've kept producing the best students from Imperial College to London School of Economics to high banks to insurance world. The best people there are from the nation family. So what I'm asking you to do is very simple. Equip yourself against the critics so that some of them can get the light and see what the new church is supposed to be like. That this is a church, a movement that is relevant to our time and age, because there are millions of young people out there locked without hope. Some of them may not be like your own children. You may have, but your children will still meet the children of the have-nots. So it is our joint effort. It must be our joint effort to create opportunities for those who lack opportunities. That's what I've been working on for 18 years. Go and verify these things yourself. Our businesses are functional. Some of them may be faulty sometimes, but we do fix whatever is wrong part time. Don't follow headlines. These newspapers most times are desperate to sell, desperate to stay alive. Predators everywhere. But those are not our focus. Our focus are those of you who are looking for something that is different, a place to invest in, a place to put their effort and their thought into building. Spark Nation family is the place. These lives are our living testimonies. I've just told you 4 or 5. There are thousands, hundreds of these young testimonies and these young lives. You can go and verify, or rather, come and verify yourself. My name is Oluwatobiloba, meaning either you want to write something positive or wrong or negative, spell the name right. I'm Oluwatobiloba. God bless you. PT. Love.